Hi, this is Rebecca Warrington from rjmindbody.com. Welcome to Mindful Meditation. So today we continue with the chakras, and we've been concentrating on the root chakra all week. And yesterday we spent our time looking at all 7 chakras, so you can get a flavor for what the other chakras are like, especially if you're not familiar. But even if you are familiar with the chakras, I know for me, every time I teach chakras, I learn something new. And being that it's so intense, the weeks are intense for me, I can actually delve really deeply into it and offer you more substance rather than just give you a little smattering of things. But what I wanted to do for today, as I did today, is to concentrate on all the chakras. So it's called chakra healing, and so we work on all 7 chakras, and we start to connect. I keep wording the word. I use the word connect. I mean, it's really exploring each chakra. And for those that may have joined us today that don't know what I'm talking about, chakras are wheels of energy that spin around. And they start at the base of your spine, and there's 7 big wheels. There's all the way up to the crown of the head. Now there's 7 large wheels, but there's hundreds of smaller wheels or chakras. But we concentrate obviously on the big ones. That otherwise, I don't even know if anybody can talk about the other chakras, if they even know what they are. But basically what they are, the bottom chakras, which start at the base of the spine and work their way up to the heart chakra, is the midpoint between the physical body and the material world, midpoint to the spiritual world. So when we get to the heart chakra, you'll feel different. It's a very powerful chakra, but they all have relevance in our lives. We don't just concentrate on one chakra, or we like this chakra, so let's hang out here. All chakras they work together. When one chakra is out of balance, all of the rest of it helps to rebalance the other chakras to some degree. Okay. But our material, so we're concentrating on our material bodies, or the material world, our physical bodies, and what it means to survive. And in any era, it didn't matter. You had to survive in that time period. So we have different mechanisms, different things coping mechanisms we need for survival in this culture. As opposed to 100 years ago. And before that, you needed other things. But all we know is what we need now, and they're going to be different. They're not better or worse, they're just different. And the root chakra is the one where it grounds us, it keeps us, it's our connection to the earth, it's our connection to our tribe, which is often our families, our ancestors. So it's not just people who are alive, but our ancestors. And we don't just stop because someone dies, that's it. We have it in us, it's genetically part of us. It's also, so if someone's had a trauma or something has happened in someone's life, a grandparent, a great-grandparent, a great-great-great-grandparent, that will be trickle down to us. And then it will also trickle down to our children. So it's very interesting. So lots of healing has to happen in the root chakra for the rest of you to be in some semblance of balance. You're not going to be ever fully balanced. That's not the goal. The goal is to kind of keep rebalancing. It's just like walking a tightrope. You're not just you don't just find your balance and then that's it, you're balanced, I'm fine. I can now kind of swing around and I don't have to do anything. No, when you're walking a tightrope, you're constantly focused on putting one foot in front of the other. And balancing, then you kind of teeter a little bit and you have to rebalance, and then you're fine, and then you teeter a little bit. And that's what really balancing chakras are all about. But with that, you eventually get to know yourself deeper. And like the tightroper, they become more proficient at walking on the tightrope. That's what happens, right? The first time you do it, you fall off a few times or a lot, and eventually you become more proficient at it. So let's find our comfortable seat, and that's the most important thing for these, for any meditation, is finding that seat that's comfortable. That's not where you're going to sit there and think about how uncomfortable you are or how you want to get out of this meditation. You can lean up against a wall if you want. Some people like to lay down. So the problem with that, you can fall asleep, but if that's the worst thing that happens, then don't worry about it. If you fall asleep, you fall asleep. You're having a nap. That's perfectly fine. I have my nap every day. I do. I have to, because I wouldn't be able to get through the rest of the day. So to close your eyes, finding that place, either the eyes closed, or if you need to look at something, keep your eyes open and look to the ground with a soft gaze, with the eyes half closed. And I'm going to refer to my little script today. And let's just come into that deep breath, focus on the breathing, as we always do. This is the way we center ourselves. This is also a grounding tool, so that when we're feeling out of sorts, we're not feeling quite right, taking a deep breath helps us to reconnect to the present, where we tend not to feel anxious, and we tend not to feel sad or anything. It's a very stable, calming place to be. So in terms of the root chakra, the breathing is essential to helping you to stay present and to stay rooted down and grounded. And as you breathe in, begin to relax your belly, softening your mind. So no tension in the belly. Let it just do what it usually does. Let it hang out, or not. Maybe it usually doesn't hang out. You might be always pulling it in. Let it just relax. No tension in that belly. And as you do so, you start to feel the mind relax. It's not our gut has neurotransmitters in it, as does our brain. So when our brain is all over the place, it affects our stomach, and vice versa. So softening the belly will help calm the mind. And just feeling the support of the seat, or if you're sitting on the chair, it will be the feet and the seat. And feel the legs being supported by the ground. And allow it to take your weight. But trust that this this floor, this mat, the earth can hold you up. And as you do so, simply lift up through the crown of your head, feeling that spine elongate. And then become aware of the sounds around you. And let them be there. So wherever you might be in this moment, just let the sounds be there. Try not to turn them off or ignore them. Let them be there while you're continually turning inside. So you're turning in towards yourself, but the sounds are still very much there. And then notice the light and shade, the air touching the surface of your body. So even with your eyes closed, you're going to notice some light. And you'll notice at times it's dark. And the air touching your body. And then sense the sky above and the horizon stretching all the way around you. And the earth below supporting you. And then allow your mind to empty what it no longer needs to hold on to. And just let it go. Flow out and away. And then allow your body to release what it no longer needs to hold on to. So just like the mind, let the body, let it go, let the tension go. And again, flowing out and away. Draw yourself back from where you've been in your day. And draw your energies back home to your center. And ground yourself in the moment, here. And begin to sense the space around you. Breathing with the space. And become aware of the rise and fall of your breath. It's coming and going. The sensation, sound, and temperature. And then breathe down to where the weight of your body rests. Below the base of your spine to your root. Your chakra of belonging. Breathe into your root. Let it soften and gently expand on your breathing. Take in nourishment and the life force energy. Allow your root to connect down to the ground below, deep into the earth. And invite in the color red, the color of the earth, bathing your root with red, empowering, embodying, grounding you in the here and now. And let your root take what it needs. And say the words, I am here. I have a right to be here as I am. And the earth supports me. And now when you're ready, allow your awareness to move up to your belly, just below your navel, to your hara. Your chakra of emotional intelligence, choice, creativity, movement, and pleasure. Breathe into your hara and let it gently soften and expand on your breath. Taking in nourishment and life force energy. And invite in orange the color of the setting sun. Bathe your hara with orange, balancing, empowering, motivating. Let your hara be fed and say the words, I honor my needs. I allow myself to be nourished. And then let's move on to your awareness to the soft area below your breastbone, to your solar plexus. Your chakra of personal power. Breathe into here. And allowing your solar plexus to soften and expand on your breath. And invite in the color yellow, the color of sunshine. Bathe your solar plexus with sunshine, replenishing, restoring, nurturing. Letting your solar plexus take what it needs. As you say the words, I value myself. I am enough. I am more than enough. I am worth my weight in gold. And when you're ready, bring your awareness now to the center of your chest, to your heart. Your chakra of self-development and unconditional love. And gently breathe into your heart, letting it soften and expand on your breath. And invite in green, the color of spring, or rose pink, whichever feels right. Bathe your heart center with nourishment, renewal, healing. And let your heart take what it needs. Say the words. I am greatly loved. I allow myself to give and receive love freely. I am nourished by the power of love. And then moving to your throat. The throat chakra, the chakra of self-expression and personal will. And allow your throat center to soften, expand, and breathe. Inviting in blue, the color of the sky. Breathing sky into your throat center. Clearing, opening, softening the need for control. Freeing self-expression and creativity. And let your throat take what it needs. And say the words, I hear and speak my truth. I express myself freely. And I allow myself to go with the flow of life. And let's take our focus to the forehead, between your eyebrows, to your third eye, your chakra of wisdom and intuition. And gently allowing it to soften, expand, and breathe. Inviting in indigo, the velvety color of the night sky. And bathe your third eye with indigo, soothing, balancing, bringing clarity, insight, and understanding. And let your third eye take what it needs and say the words. Everything is unfolding as it should. And let's move up to the crown, the top of your head. Your chakra of oneness, allowing your crown to breathe. And gently invite a light violet softly bathing your crown, balancing, restoring, harmonizing. And let your crown take what it needs. And say the words, I am one with the universe. I am one with the whole. And then let's come back to our whole self. Yourself as a whole, back to the ebb and flow of the breath, back to your center, breathing into your core, and say the words, I am whole, I am perfect just as I am. And as we close our chakras little by little, become aware of the support beneath you. Notice how your feet and your bottom, and how they're holding you up with loving kindness for the beautiful, unique being that you are. Just take a moment and feel the opening of these chakras, if you can sense it. At least imagining it for the time being. Inviting it in as a possibility, as opposed to, it's all woolly, it's hairy-fairy stuff. Letting it happen, it all makes sense. It really does. This is ancient teachings that makes so much sense when it comes to all the things that humans suffer from. So gently begin to open your eyes and allow the eyes to adjust to the light, or you can continue meditating if you're not ready to move on. You can take your meditation as long as you want. And if you've decided to come out of your meditation, bring your hands in front of your heart, the chakra of unconditional love, chakra of compassion, of our gratitude. Have a lovely, lovely rest of the day, everyone. Namaste. This is Rebecca Warrington from rjmindbody.com. See you soon.